Be greeted in the name of Jesus. Today, Jesus has prepared a topic for us, a topic which is meant to encourage us. As he sees that in this walk of faith, things are not always easy. As his children, we do need encouragement now and then to keep us on this journey that we have taken. The topic for today says, run with perseverance. We are going to get our reading from Hebrews 12, verse number 1. As soon as you get it, Pastor, you may read.
Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us.
Heavenly Father, I thank you for the reading of your word, the sword of the Spirit. Father, encourage us so that we may keep on, we may go forward in this journey that we have taken. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. I said the topic for today is meant to encourage us because things are not easy in this walk of faith. Now everyone who is on this journey of faith is in a race. Every one of us, we are in a race. But it is a race which is different from the sprint and the marathons that we do in the physical. Though there are similarities, but these two races, they are different. The race that we are in, it is a race with a reward of eternal life for everyone who will successfully complete it. Every one of us. As long as we successfully complete it, we receive the reward, which is eternal life. Now, this is something which everyone who has begun this race is looking forward to. Every one of us is looking forward to eternal life. Though the evil one is bringing challenges in our lives in order to derail us, but in our hearts, everyone who has begun with this race knows that he wants eternal life. But for one to be awarded this prize, the prize called eternal life, it will need perseverance. Hence, this topic for today, a topic to encourage us so that we persevere and not give up. We have already started with this journey. Therefore, all that is needed is to persevere. Now, if we are told to persevere, it then means that this walk is not a downhill walk. It is an uphill journey. An uphill journey that needs one to persevere. Without perseverance on our side, without perseverance in our lives, we will give up and thereby miss eternal life which is prepared for us. Now, just as those who are engaged in the sprint and the marathons of this life face difficulties before they reach the finishing line, believers on the Christian race are no different.
Abakholwayo ke nabo kulo mncintiswano akabehlukile.
We face difficulties before we reach the finishing line,
Sibhekana nobunzima phambi kokuthi siqede.
just like them who are in the sprint and the marathons of this physical life.
Njengabo nje abakulo mncintiswano ngokwenyama.
Constant thirst is a problem. Tiredness, on the other hand,
Nokukhathala
is always there.
kuhlala kukhona.
Tripping and falling.
Ukukhutshwa bawe.
These are all problematic situations
Izimo lezi eziyinkinga
runners face all the time.
abagijimayo abaye babhekane nazo.
If you can ask each one of them,
Uma ungababuza nje ngamunye
they will tell you thirst
bazakutshela
is a problem.
ukoma kuyinkinga,
Tiredness is a problem.
nokukhathala kuyinkinga.
Sometimes we trip and fall,
Ngesinye isikhathi siyakhutshwa siwe,
but they persevere.
kodwa bayaqinisela.
They continue in this race.
Baqhubeke nalo mncintiswano.
They don't give up.
Kabaphelelwa ngamandla.
In spite of all these challenges,
Kuzo zonke ke lezo nselele
they continue with the race.
bayaqhubeka nomncintiswano.
Now, what keeps them going forward?
Yini bagcina baqhubekela phambili?
What makes them to persevere?
Yini benza baqinisele?
They persevere because they fix their eyes on the reward to be found at the finishing line.
Bayaqinisela ngoba basuke babheke lo mqomelo abazothola uma beqedile.
Thirst, tiredness, and everything is there.
Ukoma nokukhathala konke kukhona.
But the runners on
Kodwa
the physical
abagijimayo
life,
ngokwenyama
they keep running.
bayaqhubeka bagijima.
What makes them to persevere?
Yini benza baqinisele?
It is the thought of the reward which is at the end of the finishing line.
Umcabango walo mqomelo okhona ekupheleni komncintiswano.
Now, if runners persevere so much
Uma ngabe abagijimayo beqinisela ngalo ndlela,
for a crown that does not endure forever,
benzela umncintiswano umqomelo ongahlali ungunaphakade.
how much more us
Kangakanani ke thina
who are on this journey of faith,
esikulo hambo lokholo
which has a reward which endures forever?
ekunomqomelo ohlala ingunaphakade.
Once we reach the finishing line
Uma sesiqedile
and we are given that reward,
sesinikezwe lowo mqomelo
it is forever and ever.
ungowaphakade.
It will never be taken away.
Angeke uzosuswe kuthina.
Therefore, children of God,
Ngeke bantwana
be
bakaNkulunkulu
encouraged.
masikhuthazeni.
If these people who are in the sprint and the marathons
Uma ngabe labantu abagijimayo ngokwenyama
endure so much for something that will last only for few years,
beqinisela kangaka ngento nje ezohlala
how
isikhashana,
much more us?
kangakanani ke thina?
Our reward is eternal.
Owethu umqomelo ungowaphakade.
It will never come to an end.
Angeke uzuphele.
Let us go to the book of 1 Corinthians 9:24 to 25. First Corinthians 9:24 to 25.
Do you not know that in a race all the runners run, but only one gets the prize? Run in such a way as to get the prize. Everyone who competes in the games goes into strict training. They do it to get a crown that will not last, but we do it to get a crown that will last forever.
Yes, the runners run,
Abagijimayo bayagijima,
knowing very well that their crown or their reward does not last forever.
bazi kahle ukuthi umqhele abazowuthola ngeke uhlale
But
isikhathi
they
eside.
continue to run.
Kodwa bayaqhubeka bagijime,
They continue to run.
bayaqhubeka bagijime.
Even on the very first day or the time they begin this running,
Ngisho nangesikhathi nje beqala ukugijima,
at the starting point
la beqala khona
of the sprint and the marathons,
kulowo mncintiswano abawenzayo.
runners know very well
Abagijimayo basuke bazi kahle
that only one person will get a reward,
ukuthi uyedwa umuntu ozophumelela
if not a few.
uma bangekho abambalwa.
They know very well
Bakwazi kahle lokho
that we are 20, we are 50 in this race,
ukuthi sibaningi singaka kulo mncintiswano,
but only one person
kodwa umuntu oyedwa kuphela
will receive the reward.
ozothola umklomelo.
They have some kind of courage which one cannot understand.
Banohlobo lomdlandla othile umuntu angeke aze awuqonda.
As believers,
Njengabakholwayo
we need that courage.
siyakudinga lowo mdlandla,
More so because
ikakhulukazi ngoba
in our race,
kulo mncintiswano esikuwona
not only one person get the reward,
akusiwo umuntu oyedwa nje kuphela ozothola lo mklomelo,
not only one person get the prize like in the physical race,
akusiwo umuntu oyedwa ozothola lo mklomelo njengasemncintiswaneni wenyama,
but the Christian race,
kodwa lo mncintiswano wobuKristu
everyone who participate
wonke umuntu ongenele lo mncintiswano
and complete successfully,
awuqede futhi ngokufanelekile,
get a reward.
uyawuthola umklomelo
Everyone.
wonke umuntu.
But in their race,
Kodwa kulo mncintiswano wabo
they enter knowingly.
bangena bazi
We are 50, we are 20,
ukuthi sibangaka nje,
but only one person will get it.
kodwa umuntu oyedwa kuphela uzothola umklomelo.
Yet they continue.
Ekubeni baqhubela phambili.
How much more us,
Kangakanani ke thina
believers,
thina bakholwayo,
many as we are,
sibaningi sinje,
all of us,
sonke
we will get this prize.
sizowuthola lo mklomelo.
Everyone who participates
Wonke umuntu ozoba yingxenye lo
will
mncintiswano
get the prize,
uzowuthola umklomelo,
but provided
kodwa
we persevere
uzobiza ukuthi siqiniseke
and successfully complete this race.
siphumelele kahle futhi uqede.
That is the reason Christ brought this topic today.
Yileso sizathu kuKristu alethele isihloko namhlanje.
He has seen
Ubonile
that his children,
ukuthi abantwana bakhe
they love him.
bayamthanda,
It is true.
yiqiniso lelo.
But there are so many challenges in
Kodwa
life,
ziningi iy'nselelo empilweni,
and some are getting discouraged
abanye sebaphelelwa nangamandla
because of the challenges.
ngenxa yey'nselelo.
Let us persevere.
Masiqiniseleni
The crown that we are working for
umqhele lo osuwusebenzelayo
will endure forever and ever.
uzohlala ingunaphakade.
There will be no more tears.
Angeze zibe khona iy'nyembezi.
We are wiping tears from our face
Sisula iy'nyembezi ebusweni bethu
here on this earth.
la kulo mhlaba.
But once we reach the finishing line
Kodwa mase sewuqedile umncintiswano
and an award is given to us,
sinikeze umklomelo,
tears will be history.
iy'nyembezi kuba ngumlando.
Be encouraged, children of God.
Khuthalani bantu bakaNkulunkulu,
Persevere,
qiniselani.
as the owner of the faith is saying.
Njengoba umnikazi wokholo esho,
Persevere,
qiniselani
and you will receive the crown
nizowuthola umklomelo
that has been prepared for you.
enilungiselwe wona.
We will receive the crown
Sizowuthola umqhele
that has been prepared for each one of us.
esilungiselwe wona ngamunye ngamunye.
We will look at the life of Apostle Paul
Sizobheka impilo yompostoli uPawulu,
and learn from him.
sifunde kuyena.
Apostle Paul entered the Christian faith.
Umpostoli uPawulu wangena kulolu hambo lobuKristu,
He entered the Christian race
wangena kulo mncintiswano wobuKristu
at some stage in his life,
esigabeni esithile sempilo yakhe,
just like all of us.
njengathi sonke.
We entered this race at different times.
Singenile kulo mncintiswano ey'khathini ezahlukene.
We found others already in the race.
Thola abanye sebeyiphakathi kulo
We
mncintiswano,
join
sangena
and continue to race.
saqhubeka nokuncintisana.
Now this man,
Le ndoda
Apostle Paul,
umpostoli uPawulu
formerly known as Saul,
owayeziwa njengoSawuli,
at one point in his life,
esikhathini esithile empilweni yakhe
he entered the race.
wangena naye lo mncintiswano.
Now if you can check his life,
Uma ungabheka impilo yakhe,
ever since he started with the race,
solo aqala nalo mncintiswano,
you will agree with me
nizovumelana nami
that his race was not easy,
ukuthi umncintiswano lo wawungelula.
not even once.
Ngisho nangesikhathi esisodwa
It was a difficult race.
wawumncintiswano onzima,
It needed perseverance.
bekudinga uqinisela.
He persevered,
Waqinisela,
and he also encouraged others to persevere.
ekhuthaza nabanye ukuthi baqinisele nabo.
Gale winds
Imimoya
were all over.
yayikhona yonke indawo.
Gale winds, winds that are capable of uprooting strong trees.
Iy'vunguvungu ezikwaziyo ukuthi ziziphune iy'hlahla
They were always by his side.
zazihlale zikhona.
Wherever he goes,
Noma ilaphi la ayehamba khona,
those strong winds were there.
lezo vunguvungu zazikhona.
Hurricanes of life
Izivunguvungu ezinzima
were all
zempilo
over everywhere.
zazikhona yonke indawo.
This man
Le
did
ndoda
not enjoy in his life.
ibingazange ikujabulela ukuphila kwayo,
He did not.
akazange.
Gale winds all over, beating
Kwakukhona
against him.
iy'vunguvungu yonke indawo empilweni yakhe.
Let us go to 2 Corinthians and get a summary of what he went through.
Sizawuthola nje isifinqo salezi zinto ayebhekene nazo.
2 Corinthians 11, 23 to 28.
Are they servants of Christ? I am out of my mind to talk like this. I am more. I have worked much harder, been in prison more frequently, been flogged more severely, and being exposed to death again and again. 5 times I received from the Jews the 40 lashes minus 1. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was pelted with stones. 3 times I was shipwrecked. I spent a night and a day in the open sea. I have been constantly on the move. I have been in danger from rivers, in danger from bandits, in danger from my fellow Jews, in danger from Gentiles, in danger of the city, in danger in the country, in danger at sea, and in danger from false believers. I have labored and toiled and have often gone without sleep. I have known hunger and thirst, and have often gone without food. I have been cold and naked. Besides everything else, I face daily the pressure of my concern for all the churches.
Now, going by what has been written,
Uma sizobheka lokho esekubhaliwe,
nothing was bringing any pleasure
ayikho into ebekade letha ubumnandi
to the apostles' life.
empilweni yompostoli.
Danger was everywhere.
Ingozi yayikhona yonke indawo.
He was frequently imprisoned.
Njalo wayeboshwa.
Now, the charge against him
Icala ke kade ethweswe lona
was that he was a follower of the way,
bekuwukuthi wayengumlandeli wendlela,
and he was teaching others to do the same.
efundisa nabanye ukuthi benze kanjalo.
That was his charge.
Bekuyilona cala lakhe lelo.
Now, in Ephesus,
E-Efesu
a silversmith named Demetrius
wayekade ebizwa ngokuthi uDemetrius
was greatly disturbed
waphazamiseka
by the teachings of Paul.
ngale imfundiso zikaPawulu.
The teachings of Paul were posing a threat to his business.
Bezikade ziletha usonke ebhizinisini lakhe,
Not him alone,
hayi yena yedwa,
together with others who were in this business.
kanye nabanye bekade bekuleli bhizinisi.
The business of making shrines to this Artemis.
Ibhizinisi lokwenza iy'thixo noma amaladi onkulunkulu abanye,
It is an evil god.
unkulunkulu omubi.
Now this man stirred up the whole crowd
Le ndoda ke yathinta bonke abanye iy'xuku lezi
against Paul.
ukuthi zimelane noPawulu.
Apart from prisons,
Ngaphandle kwejele,
in some of the places he would go,
kwezinye zey'ndawo beya kuzona
riots would break out.
bekuzoba khona ukuvuka nje
Now
okuthile.
this riot in Ephesus
Le riot eyenzeka e-Efesu
was instigated by this man called Demetrius,
okukade kuvuswa ile ndoda kuthiwa uDemetrius,
because he saw that the teachings of Paul
ngoba ebona ukuthi iy'mfundiso lezi
are
zikaPawulu
opening up people's eyes.
zivula amehlo abantu.
Now, when people's eyes are being opened,
Uma amehlo abantu asevulekileke,
it is a threat to his business.
sekuwusongo ke ebhizinisini lakhe.
People will no longer buy
Abantu angeke basathenga
this Artemis.
le y'thixo.
Therefore, he organized people,
Wahlela abantu
those who were in related business with him.
la bekade besebhizinisini elifanayo naye.
And there was a riot that day.
Kwaba khona-ke i-riot eyaba khona kulolo suku.
Wherever the man of God went,
Noma ilapho la incika kaNkulunkulu bekade
there
iya
was
khona,
no peace.
bekungekho ukuthula.
If it was not riots,
Uma bekungawona
it
umsindo
would be
lowo,
imprisonment,
bekuzoba ukuboshwa,
it would be danger of facing death,
kube yingozi yokubhekana nokufa
and many other things.
nezinye izinto eziningi.
Now, the Bible indicates
iBhayibheli liyaveza
that amongst the rioters,
ukuthi phakathi kwala bekade bebangodweshu,
some did not even know why they were there,
abanye bebengazi nokuthi kungani belapha,
but they were just carried along
kodwa beyilandela nje
to fight against Paul
ukuthi balwe noPawulu,
because they were encouraged by this man
ngoba bekhuthazwa yile ndoda
who saw that his business is going down.
ebekade ibona ukuthi ibhizinisi layo liyaphela.
Then he pulled a crowd of people.
Wayidonsela iy'xuku zabantu.
It does not mean that Paul was enjoying this.
Akusho ukuthi uPawulu wayithokozela le nto.
How can one enjoy when people are fighting against you?
Ungajabulela kanjani abantu mabelwa nawe?
Even if one is a servant of God,
Ngisho noma umuntu eyincika kaNkulunkulu,
one is still here on this earth.
umuntu usekhona la kulo mhlaba,
One needs people around him.
usabadinga abantu eduze kwakho.
Now, if the city is fighting against a person,
Uma ngabe idolobha selilwa nomuntu,
it means that life is difficult.
kusho ukuthi impilo inzima.
But Paul endured all this.
Kodwa uPawulu waqinisela kuko konke lokho.
From the moment he entered this race,
Ngisho ngesikhathi ngena kulo mncintiswano,
he never turned back.
azange aphindele emuva.
Although there was nothing pleasant about him,
Noma yayingekho into emnandi ngako.
he faced danger
Wayebhekana nengozi
all the time.
njalo.
Death was all over him.
Ukufa kukhona ndawo zonke.
He was flogged severely.
Eshaywa kabuhlungu,
He was once stoned.
waze waphonswa nangamatshe.
In Acts 23,
Kuzenzo 23.
some Jews formed a conspiracy
AmaJuda athile enza usongo oluthile.
and bound themselves with an oath
Bazibopha ngesifungo esithile
not to eat or drink
ukuthi bangadli bangaphuzi
until they kill him.
baze bambulale.
These men were serious.
La madoda ayeyimisele.
They said amongst themselves,
Bathi ke bebekhuluma,
"We are not going to eat or drink
ngeke sidle ngeke siphuze
until we kill this man."
size siyibulale le ndoda.
This is to show the seriousness of Paul's matter.
Bekukhombisa nje ukuthi udaba bekulona belunjani.
Why am I bringing all this?
Kungani ngiziletha zonke lezi zinto?
This is to show
Ukuveza
that the journey we have taken
ukuthi lolu hambe silithathile
need perseverance
idinga ukuqinisela
in order to successfully complete it.
ukuze sizokwazi ukuqeda kahle.
Paul was going through this.
uPaul wayebhekane nalokho.
Each one of us,
Sonke ngamunye
we are going through different things.
kunezinto esibhekene nazo.
What I'm going through
Lezi zinto engibhekene nazo
might not be what she is going through.
angeke kufane nalokho abhekene nako.
What we are going through
Lokho engibhekene nako
might not be what you are going through.
kungebe ngeze kwafana nalokho
But
obhekene
every
nako.
one of us
Kodwa sonke
is
ngamunye
facing something.
khona into abhekene nayo.
Hence this encouragement.
Ingakho nje kulethwe lenkuthazo.
Persevere.
Qiniselana.
We will receive the crown at the end.
Sizothola umqhele ekugcineni.
We need to encourage ourselves.
Kufanele siyikhuthaze.
When we see all this around us,
Uma sikubona konke lokho eduze kwethu,
we need to encourage ourselves
kufanele sizikhuthaze
and press on.
siqhubele phambili.
Paul was constantly on the move.
uPaul wayehlala ehamba njalo.
Wherever he was moving,
Noma ikuphi la behamba khona.
it was not easy.
Kwakungelula.
In his trips,
Ohambeni lwakhe
he would spend days and nights in the open sea.
wayevame ukuba selwandle nje oluvulekile.
The sea is dangerous.
Ulwandle luyingozi.
Even if a person is a good swimmer,
Noma ngabe umuntu uyakwazi ukubhukuda,
you cannot make it in the sea.
angeke uzukwazi olwandle.
Death was all over him.
Ukufa kukhona ndawo zonke.
3 times he was shipwrecked.
Kathathu waphahlazeka nomkhumbi.
He was in danger from rivers,
Esengozini ngemfula,
bandits,
abantu abekade bemzingela,
his own people,
abantu bakubo
and the Gentiles.
kanye nabezwe.
But he persevered.
Kodwa waqinisela.
The Bible says, where we read,
iBhayibheli lithi la sifunde khona.
he labored and toiled,
Wasebenza kanzima,
but he would go without food.
kodwa lale ngadlile.
Laboring all these years,
Esebenza yonke leminyaka,
laboring all the time,
esebenza njalo,
but still find no food on the table.
kodwa angakutholi ukudla etafuleni.
This man knew what hunger is.
Le ndoda beyikwazi ukulamba,
He knew thirst.
ekwazi nokoma,
He knew cold.
ewazi amakhaza,
He knew nakedness.
ebazi ubunqunu,
But he persisted
kodwa waqhubela phambili.
in this race that he has taken.
Kulo mncintiswano
He
ayewuthathile,
persevered.
waqinisela.
He had a thorn in his own flesh.
Wayekade nenyeva enyameni yakhe.
He prayed to God,
Wakhuleka kuNkulunkulu
asking God to
Ecela uNkulunkulu
remove that thorn.
ukuthi asuse lelo nyeva.
I believe that
Ngiyakholwa
if God had removed the thorn,
ukuthi uNkulunkulu kube wayelisusile lelo nyeva,
it would have lessened the challenges that he was facing.
bekuzonciphisa le inselele bekade enazo.
But the thorn did not go anywhere.
Kodwa inyeva lela liyanga ndawo,
It remained.
lahlala.
But that did not discourage him.
Kodwa lokho akumqedanga amandla.
Children of God,
Kodwa baNkulunkulu,
if we have a sickness
uma besinokugula
in our lives
empilweni zethu,
and we are receiving laying of hands
samukela ukubekwa
all
kwezandla
the time,
njalo,
and the sickness doesn't seem to move,
kodwa ukugula kulokhu kunganyakazi,
let us not get discouraged.
masingaphelelwa ngamandla.
We are not the first people
Akubona sibona
to
okokuqala
suffer physical affliction.
ukuthi sihlupheke ngale ndlela.
Let us continue.
Masiqhubeke.
If we face hunger,
Uma sibhekana nendlala,
we are not the first people.
asibona bokuqala.
If we face lack of the desires of our hearts,
Uma bese siswele izinto esizithandayo
we are
esizifunayo,
not the first people.
asibona bokuqala.
Those who preceded us in the
Laba
faith
bahambe phambi kwethu okholweni
went through a similar case,
bandlule ey'ntweni ezifanayo.
but they successfully completed the race
Kodwa
they have started.
Bawuqeda kahle nje umncintiswano bekade bewuqalile.
This man used to pray for others.
Le ndoda yayikhulekela abanye abantu.
He would pray and they would receive.
Akhuleke bamukele.
But his case was different.
Kodwa kuyena kungenzeki lutho.
The thorn was there,
Inyeva lalilokhu likhona.
coupled with all this that I have just mentioned.
Luhambisana nako konke osekubhaliwe ezwini kaNkulunkulu.
God was using him in a mighty way.
uNkulunkulu wayemsebenzisa ngendlela eyisimanga.
But his own case
Kodwa udabeni lwakhe
was different.
okwehlukile.
Children of God,
Kodwa baNkulunkulu,
if in your own prayers
uma ngabe emkhulekweni yakho
you pray for somebody
ukhulekela umuntu othile,
and you see their situation changing,
ubone ukuthi isimo sabo siyashintsha,
but yours remain,
kodwa sakho sihlale sinjalo,
don't give up.
ungayeki,
Continue.
qhubeka.
Pray for them.
Bakhulekele.
God has not left you.
uNkulunkulu akakushiyile.
What keeps a person moving
Yini emgcinayo umuntu eqhubeka ehamba
in this Christian race,
kulolu hambo?
difficult as it is?
Lunzima lunje.
What keeps a person moving?
Yini emgcinayo umuntu eqhubeka ehamba?
Amongst other things,
Phakathi kwezinye izinto,
it is focusing on the reward to be received at the finishing line.
yilokubheka umklomelo ozotholakala mayeqeda umncintiswano.
If we can focus on the reward to be received at the end of the age,
Uma singabheka kulo mklomelo esizowuthola ekupheleni kwesikhathi,
we will keep running.
sizoqhubeka sigijima.
We will not give up.
Angeke siphelelwe ngamandla.
Another point,
Elinye iphuzu,
We are not to pay attention
akufanele sibheke
to the hurricanes of life,
kule ivunguvungu zempilo
which are everywhere.
ezikhona yonke indawo.
If we turn to the right,
Uma sibheka ngapha
there they are.
zikhona
In front,
phambili,
at the back,
emuva,
on the other side,
emaceleni
they are there.
zikhona.
Let us not pay attention to them.
Masingazinaki.
It is not that we will not see them.
Akukona ukuthi ngeke sizibone.
We have eyes. It is not possible that we will not see them.
Sinamehla kwenze ukuthi singeke sizibone.
But let us not pay attention to
Kodwa
them.
masingazinaki.
Let us march forward.
Masiqhubekele nje siye
Let
phambili.
us run with perseverance,
Sigijime ngokuqinisela.
ignoring these hurricanes.
Singayinaki le ivunguvungu.
The evil one is also at work.
Lo nomubi nayo semsebenzini.
He is also at work.
Nayo semsebenzini.
He will make sure that he bring this.
Uzokwenza isiqiniseko ukuthi uyaziletha lezi zinto.
Therefore, let us ignore them
Ngakho-ke masingazinaki.
and persevere.
Siqinisele.
Another point,
Elinye iphuzu
we keep in mind
sigcina emqondweni yethu
that amidst all these challenges,
ukuthi phakathi kwazo zonke le iy'nselele
Jesus is there.
uJesu naye ukhona lapho.
He will never leave nor forsake us.
Angeke asilahle, angeke asishiye.
Let us not agree
Masingavumeli
that when we are facing challenges,
isimo sokuthi masibhekene
it
ney'nselele
means that Jesus has left us.
kusho ukuthi uJesu sesishiyile.
It is a lie of darkness,
Amanga nje lawo obumnyama
wanting to remove us from the race.
afuna ukusikhipha kulo mncintiswano.
Let us remind ourselves
Masizikhumbuze
that amidst these challenges,
ukuthi phakathi kwazo le iy'nselele
my Savior is here.
umsindisi wami ukhona,
My God is here.
uNkulunkulu wami ukhona.
I'm not walking alone.
Angihambi ngedwa,
I will complete this race.
ngizowuqeda lo mncintiswano.
Another point,
Elinye iphuzu,
we are not supposed to pay attention
akufanele sinake
to what the bystanders will be saying.
kulaba basibukele abazokusho.
I mean the spectators.
Sengisho laba ababukelayo,
We are
ababukeli.
not supposed to pay attention to what they say or do.
Akufanele ukuthi sinake izinto abazozenza noma abazozikhuluma.
Isn't it that every race has spectators?
Akukona yini ukuthi wonke umncintiswano okhona unababukeli.
Some of the spectators will be clapping hands for us.
Abanye ababukeli bazobe besishayela izandla,
Some will be mocking us.
abanye bazobe besiqolodela.
Both those who are
Bobabili
clapping hands
laba basishayela izandla
and those who are mocking,
nalaba basiqolodelayo
do not pay attention to them.
ungabanaki
All of them.
bonke.
Those who are clapping hands,
Laba bashaya izandla
they are doing it with good intentions,
bakwenza ngenhloso enhle,
but there is a danger.
kodwa kunengozi.
Those who are mocking,
Laba baqolodelayo
there is no good intention there.
ayikho into enhle abayihlosile.
Both those who are clapping hands
Bobabili laba bashaya izandla
and those who are mocking,
nalaba baqolodelayo
we must ignore them
ungabanaki.
and focus on where we are going.
Wena ubheke nje la uyakhona.
If we, for one moment,
Uma thina nje ngesikhathi esithile
turn and focus at them,
sijike bese siyababheka
both of them,
bobabili,
it will remove our eyes
kuzosusa amehlo ethu
from focusing on where we are going.
ukuthi sibheke la siyakhona.
If it is for the mockers,
Uma ngabe kwalaba abaqolodelayo
we will get discouraged
sizophelelwa ngamandla
and sit down
sihlale phansi
and not proceed with this race.
singabe saqhubekela phambili nalo mncintiswano.
If we pay attention
Uma sizonaka
to those who are clapping hands,
laba abashayela izandla
there is also a danger.
kunengozi nakhona lapho.
Pride
Ukuzazi
will enter,
kuzongena
and we will no longer focus on where we are going.
singabe sabheka la siyakhona.
We will keep turning to the right and the left,
Sizobela kusibheke emaceleni
thanking those who are clapping hands.
sibonga laba abashayela izandla.
Once I finish thanking these ones on my left,
Mangiqeda nje ukubonga laba
some will
abangasoxele
be clapping hands on my right.
kuzobe bekhona nabashayela izandla
Then I will
ngokusokudla.
move this side
Bese sengiya ngakubona
and thank them.
ngiyobabonga.
When I'm beginning to think, by the way, I'm in a race,
Mangiqala ngicabanga ukuthi konje
some are
semncintiswaneni
clapping hands on the left.
phinde kuba khona abashaya izandla
I
ngapha.
will move from left to
Ngizobela
right,
ngisuka ngiya ngapha nangapha.
no more going forward.
Akusekho ke manje kuya phambili.
Do not pay attention
Ungabanaki
to those who are cheering us up,
laba abashayela izandla
though they have good intentions.
noma beneyinhloso ezinhle,
But we are not supposed to pay attention
kodwa kufanele sibanake
because it will make us to move from side to side.
ngoba kuzosenza siye emaceleni.
We may not go backward,
Singeze saya mhlambe emuva,
but we will move from side to side
kodwa sizobe siye emaceleni
and we will miss the promises of God.
bese siyaphuthelwa izithembiso
As
zikaNkulunkulu.
for the mockers,
Kulaba
they will
abasiqolodelayo
make us to turn and walk back.
bazosenza ukuthi sijike sibuyele emuva,
But all of them,
kodwa bonke
they are the same
bayefana
because they hinder progress in one's life.
ngoba vimbela inqubela phambili empilweni yomuntu.
Let us look at Nehemiah 4:1-3.
When Sanballat heard that we were rebuilding the wall, he became angry and was greatly incensed. He ridiculed the Jews, and in the presence of his associates and the army of Samaria, he said, "What are those feeble Jews doing? Will they restore their wall? Will they offer sacrifices? Will they finish in a day? Can they bring the stones back to life from those heaps of rubble, burned as they are?" Tobiah the Ammonite, who was at the side, said, What they are building, even a fox climbing up on it would break down their walls of stones.
Here we are,
Now, glasikon.
building whatever we are building.
Saka leyo nto siyakhayo.
Now somebody come and say,
Bese kuba khona umuntu ozayo
my
ethi,
sister, my brother,
"Dadewethu, mfowethu,
what you are doing,
le nto ozama ukuyenza,
even if a fox can climb on it,
ngisho noma impisi ingagibela kuyona,
it will crumble down.
izovela iwele phansi."
What a discouraging statement.
Into ezoqeda amandla kanje.
It shows that whatever we are doing
Kuyakhomba ukuthi noma yini esingathi
is
siyayenza,
not strong enough.
ayiqinile
It
ngokwanele,
has no weight in it.
ayinasindo.
Now, if we listen to that,
Uma sizokulalela ke konke lokho,
we are sure to move back.
singaba nesiqiniseko ukuthi sizobuyela emuva.
Remember this,
Khumbula lokho.
discouraging words
Amazwi aqeda namandla
find more space in a person's heart
athola indawo enhlizweni yomuntu
more than encouraging words.
ukudlula amazwi enkuthazo.
This is something I've observed.
Into esengiyibonile ke le.
If a discouraging statement can come first in a person's life
Uma ngafika amazwi azoqeda amandla empilweni yakho,
and a person receive it,
umuntu ayamkele leyo nto.
even if somebody goes again after
Noma omunye angavela ke emva kwalokho
with 10 encouraging good statements,
namazwi amaningi azomkhuthaza lo muntu,
it is very difficult
kunzima kabi
to erase that discouraging statement.
ukuthi asule leya nto emqeda amandla.
Therefore,
Ngakho ke
it is best just to ignore it.
kungcono uvela ungayinaki,
Do not even entertain it
ungayinikezi nje isikhathi sakho,
and start to ask yourself,
uqale uyibuza imibuzo
is it true that this wall that I'm building,
ukuthi ngabe iqiniso ukuthi lolu donke engilwakhayo,
if a fox can climb on it,
uma ngabe impisi ingagibela nje kulona
it will crumble?
lizowela phansi?
Is it true
Ngabe kuyiqiniso yini
that this business that I'm starting,
ukuthi leli bhizinisi engiliqalayo
it will crumble within a year,
lizophela nje emva konyaka
as I'm being told?
njengoba ngitshelwa?
Whatever we are told which is negative,
Noma yini esitshelwa yona engeyinhle,
we must just refuse it
ungayinaki,
and continue in our journey of faith.
uyale uqhubeke nohambo lwakho lokholo.
Any little entertainment of it,
Uma nje ungakunikeza isikhathi sakho kuleyo nto,
trying to check,
uzama ukubheka
is there any truth in this?
ukuthi ngabe likhona yini iqiniso kule nto,
It is a waste of time.
uchitha nje isikhathi sakho.
We will stop and entertain that,
Uzoma uyinake le nto,
and darkness will work.
ubumnyama ke buzosebenza,
Then we will turn
bese siyajika
and go back.
siphindele emuva.
We will never race forward to where we are going.
Angeke sigijimele phambili la kumele siye khona.
Somebody can come and say,
Kusenomuntu ongeza athi,
somebody who knew our previous life
umuntu obekade yazi impilo yethu yangaphambilini
can come and say,
usengeza athi,
you
wena
are in this race.
usukulo mncintiswano
Have you forgotten what you did in the past?
ukhohliwe yini ukuthi wenzani?
Don't entertain it.
Ungakunaki lokho.
Say, I've been washed clean by the blood of Jesus.
Thana sengigeziwe ngaba buhle ngegazi
All
kaJesu.
things are new.
Konke sekusha
The
manje.
past is gone.
Imuva lami liphelile.
Those statements are just coming to discourage
Amazwi anjalo azele nje kuzoqeda
so
amandla.
that we stop in this race that we are in.
Ukuze sizoyeka kulo mncintiswano sikuwona.
It is not only discouraging words,
Akubona nje kuphela amazwi azoqeda amandla.
I've already said so,
Bese ngikushilo lokho.
that can take a person back,
Okungambuyisela emuva umuntu.
or that can make a person to be stationary
Noma okungamenza umuntu ukuthi eme ndawonye.
and not complete the race that he has started.
Angaba sawuqedelela lo mncintiswano awuqalile.
Words of praise,
Amazwi enkuthazo
though they sound good,
noma ezwakale emahle
they can make a person not to proceed.
asengamenza umuntu angaqhubeli phambili.
They can make a person not to receive his reward,
Asengamenza umuntu ukuthi angawuthola umqomelo wakhe
which God has prepared for him.
lo uNkulunkulu amlungisele wona.
Now, it is not possible to stop people from praising us.
Akwenzeki ke ukuthi ungabamisa abantu ukuthi basibonge.
It is not possible.
Akwenzeki.
But what is needed
Kodwa into edingekile
is that when praise words come,
uma amazwi lawo enkuthazo eza,
because we are not able to control the next person,
ngoba ngeke sikwazi ukumlawula umuntu olandelayo.
let us not receive them.
Masingakwamukeli,
We take them
sikuthathe
and take them to God.
siwayise kuNkulunkulu.
we will hear it is true
Sizozwa yiqiniso lelo.
because our ears are not deaf.
Ngoba indlebe zethu ziyezwa.
But we take those praise words
Kodwa siyazithatha lezo ibongo
back to God.
sizise kuNkulunkulu.
He is the one who deserves all the praises.
Zingezakhe lezo bongo.
And it is not that the brother or the sister
Akona ukuthi ubhuti lo noma usisi lo
who is praising us
okubongayo
has evil intention.
unenhloso ezimbi.
It is just our responsibility
Kuwumsebenzi wethu nje
to
ukuyiphendulela.
take the praise
Ukuthi sithathe lezo ibongo
to God.
sizise kuNkulunkulu.
It is our responsibility
Kuwumsebenzi wethu
to
ukuyiphendulela.
take all the clapping of hands
Ukuthi sithathe konke lokushaya
to
kwezandla
God.
sikise kuNkulunkulu.
Usually when we do altar calls,
Kaningi uma senza ubizo
you might have noticed
ungabe usubonile
at the end of each altar call,
ekupheleni kobizo oluthile
even though we might skip few,
noma singeqa ezimbalwa
we will say clap hands for Jesus.
sizothi shayelana uJesu izandla
We are avoiding
sigwema
that people will start to think the servants of God have healed us.
ukuthi abantu baqale bacabanga ukuthi
And
inzondo
we
kaNkulunkulu
receive the praise.
zisiphisile, bese siyamukela
If
lokho
we do
kubonga.
that,
Uma sikwenza lokho
we are down.
sesiphansi.
Therefore, we deal with it
Ngako ke sibhekana nako
before we even go out of the
ngaphambi
sanctuary.
kokuthi size siphume nala kule ndawo engcwele.
Even though we may not say clap hands at the end of each altar call,
Noma singeze sasho ushayana izandla emva kobizo oluthile.
but now and then
Kodwa kaningi
you will hear us saying,
uzosizwa sithi
clap hands for Jesus.
shayelana uJesu izandla.
Already, the praises,
Lezo ibongo
they are going back to Him.
ziphindela kuyena.
Then we are clear.
Sesiphumile endaweni.
Any other praise that may come
Konke okunye ukubonga okungeza
in our own prayers,
emthandazweni yethu
we will say,
sizothi
God, so and so
baba uzibani bani
praised me
ungibongile
for the good that I did in his life.
ngalobuhle engibenzile empilweni yakhe.
Now, Father, I do not deserve this praise.
Angifanelwe ke ile ibongo.
I take them,
Ngizithatha
I bring them to you.
ngiziletha kuwena.
Receive them.
Zamukele.
That way,
Ngalo ndlela
pride will not even
angeke
enter,
kube khona ukuzazi
because we will acknowledge
ngoba sizokwazi ukubona
that it is not by our own strength,
ukuthi akona ngamandla ethu,
it is not by our own might
akona ngobukhulu bethu
that we do what we are doing here.
ukuthi senze lezi zinto esizenzayo.
I just gave an example of altar calls.
Ngike ngenza nje isibonelo sama-altar call.
I'm referring to everything.
Ngisho yonke into
Whatever good that you can do to your brother,
noma yini ubuhle ongabenzela umfowenu
your sister,
noma
as
udadewenu.
soon as they begin to praise you,
Uma nje beqala bekubonga,
yes, it is proper. We must thank one another.
yebo kufanelekile ukuthi sibongane,
That is proper.
kufanelekile lokho.
But to be praised,
Kodwa ukuthi uphakanyiswe
that one is totally out.
leyo ke ayidingeki,
If we
ayifuneki.
are praised,
Uma sesiphakanyiswe
we take it
siyakuthatha
back to the Father.
sikise kubaba,
Then we are clear.
siphelile endaweni.
Let us go to Acts 12, 19 to 23.
After Herod had a thorough search made for him and did not find him, he cross-examined the guards and ordered that they be executed. Then Herod went from Judea to Caesarea and stayed there. He had been quarreling with the people of Tyre and Sidon. They now joined together and sought an audience with him. After securing the support of Blastus, a trusted personal servant of the king, they asked for peace because they depended on the king's country for their food supply. On the appointed day, Herod, wearing his royal robes, sat on his throne and delivered a public address to the people. They shouted, "This is the voice of a God, not of a man." Immediately, because Herod did not give praise to God, an angel of the Lord struck him down, and he was eaten by worms and died.
Now, verse 23, let me repeat it again. They shouted, "This is a voice of God. This is a voice of a God, not of a man." Immediately, because Herod did not give praise to God, an angel of the Lord struck him down, and he was eaten by worms and died. Now, this king, Herod,
Lenkosi uHerod
was not in a position to can stop people
wayengekho esigabeni sokuthi angabamisa abantu
from shouting, saying, "This is not a voice of a man.
ukuthi bamemeze basho ukuthi akulona iphimbo lomuntu
This is a voice of a God."
liyiphimbo nje loNkulunkulu
He
othile.
was not in a position to can stop them.
Wayengekho esigabeni sokuthi angabamisa.
But the mistake that he did
Kodwa iphutha alenza
was that when they shouted, "This is a voice of a God, not of a man,"
ngenkathi bememeza bathi iphimbo likaNkulunkulu leli hayi lomuntu,
Herod received those praise words.
uHerod wamkela ke lawo mazwi.
How can a man become God?
Umuntu sangaba kanjani ke uNkulunkulu?
That is not possible.
Akwenzeki.
But he was sitting on his throne,
Kodwa wayehlezi esihlalweni sakhe sobukhosi
as kings do.
njengamakhosi
And he
enza.
was even wearing his royal robes.
Embethe neingubo zakhe zobukhosi.
That is not wrong.
Akuyona into embi leyo.
Kings wear royal robes
Amakhosi ayigqoka izambatho zawo.
and they sit on their thrones
Ahlale ezihlalweni zawo zokubusa.
when they deliver the public speech
Uma bekhuluma nabantu
or whatever they are doing.
noma yini abayenzayo.
They may sit on the throne.
Basengahlala kulezo hlalo zabo zokubusa.
Now the people who were being addressed,
Abantu bekade khulunywa nabo.
I'm not sure what they saw
Angazi ukuthi yini abayibona
that day,
ngalolu suku.
but all of them shouted
Kodwa bonke bamemeza
with one voice,
ngephimbo elilodwa.
"This is not a voice of a man.
Akulona ke iphimbo lomuntu leli.
This is a God."
uNkulunkulu lo.
What were the people saying?
Bebethini labantu?
I may not know.
Ngingeze ngazi.
But what I know
Kodwa engikwaziyo
is that Herod was supposed to have taken those words
ukuthi uHerod kwafanele wathathe lawo mazwi
back to God,
awaphindisele uNkulunkulu.
as it is written here.
Njengoba kubhaliwe la.
He was not charged with wrongdoing
Akazange athwese icala lokwenza okubi
because people shouted
ngoba
that.
abantu bamemeza lokho.
He was charged with wrongdoing
Wathwese icala lokwenza okubi
of not giving praise to God.
yokunganikezi izibongo kuNkulunkulu.
That was his charge.
Nalo ke icala lakhe.
And that was the end of him.
Kwaphela lapho ngoHerod.
Now, if we are in this race,
Uma sikulo mncintiswano
as I've already said,
njengoba sengishilo.
and we begin to hear and check what spectators are saying,
Siqale sibheke manje ukuthi abasibukele bathini.
the mockers will draw us back.
Abaqolodayo bazosiphindisela emuva.
Words of praise,
Amazwi enkuthazo
like these ones delivered to Herod,
njengalawa akhulunywa kuHerod
will make us go left and right.
azosenza siye emaceleni.
Though we might not fall down and die,
Noma singeze sawela phansi sife.
but pride will enter.
Kodwa kuyikhukhumeza lokho kuzongena.
Pride is a dangerous instrument
Into eyingozi ke leyo.
that is capable of bringing a person down.
Ekwazi ukumletha phansi umuntu.
A person can start well
Umuntu sengaqala kahle
in this journey of faith,
kulolu hambo lokholo.
but because of the achievements
Kodwa ngenxa yalezi zinto asenazo,
that God is giving him,
lezi uNkulunkulu amupha zona,
he might not finish the race.
angeke azawuqeda umncintiswano.
It is very dangerous.
Uyingozi leyo.
We need to be careful.
Kufanele siqaphele.
Both those who are clapping hands,
Laba abashayela izandla
though they are doing it in good intentions,
noma bekwenza ngenhloso enhle,
and the mockers,
nalaba abasiqolodelayo.
let us not pay attention to
Masingabanaki.
any of them. When I say not paying attention,
Uma ngithi singabanaki,
I am not meaning that when a brother is speaking good words to us,
angisho ukuthi umuntu mekhuluma into enhle
we
kuwena
should ignore them and walk our way.
bese soyajika nje uyamflathela uyahamba.
I have already explained
Bese ngichazile
that it is to take the praise words
ukuthi sithathe lawo magama ezibongo
to God.
siwayise
We are
eNkulunkulu.
still living here on this earth.
Sisaphila la kulo mhlaba.
We live amongst people.
Siphila phakathi kwabantu.
My brother, my sister
Mfowethu nawe dadewethu
will be saying whatever he's saying
bazobe bekusho lokho abakushoyo
to encourage me.
ukungikhuthaza.
But it is up to me
Kodwa kukumina
to take whatever he's saying
ukuthi ngithathe noma yini abayishoyo
to God.
ngiyise eNkulunkulu.
Then I will be clear.
Ngizobe sengiphumileke odabeni.
Now, in this race,
Kulo mncintiswano
I said at the beginning,
ngike ngasho eqaleni
there could be thirst,
kungaba nokoma,
there could be hunger,
kungaba nendlala,
there could be tripping,
kungaba nokukhutshwa,
sometimes falling down.
ngesinye isikhathi uze uwe.
Is that not what happens in these marathons and the
Akona.
sprint?
Akona yini lokho okwenzekayo ebantwini abagijimayo?
Have we not seen them falling down?
Asikaze yini sibabone bewa?
Tell me,
Ngitshela.
when they fall,
Uma bewa
do they stay there forever?
bahlala lapho yini belele noma
Don't they rise
abaphakame yini
and continue?
baqhubele phambili?
The same must apply in our lives.
Into enjalo fanele yenzeke nasempilweni zethu.
In this Christian race,
Kulo mncintiswano wobuKristu
we are not perfect.
asiphelelisiwe
We are people.
singabantu.
It is possible
Kungenzeka
to trip and fall.
ukuthi ukhutshwe uwe.
Now, when we've fallen,
Uma uwileke
we must not allow self-condemnation
ungavumeli ukuyilahla
to pin us down to the floor.
ukuthi kusicindezele phansi.
We must not allow condemnation from other people
Masingavumeli futhi nokulahlwa ngabantu
to pin us down to the floor.
kusicindezele phansi.
We must acknowledge that we are people.
Fanele sibone ukuthi singabantu,
We are human beings.
singabantu,
We do err.
siyawenza amaphutha.
We must rise,
Fanele siphakame,
continue racing,
qhubele phambili umncintiswano wakho.
go before God,
Hamba uye kuNkulunkulu
in prayer,
ngomkhuleko
ask for forgiveness.
ucele uxolo.
He's a merciful God.
uNkulunkulu onomhawu
He will forgive us.
uzoxolela.
His mercies are new every morning.
Umusa wakhe musha nsuku zonke.
Not that I'm condoning sin,
Angisho ukuthi ngiyasivumela ke isono,
but we are human beings.
kodwa singabantu.
We do make mistakes.
Siyawenza amaphutha.
As long as we do not repeat the same mistake over and over
Uma
again.
nje singenophinda la amaphutha njalo.
If I trip
Uma ngikhutshwa
and fall
ngiwe
because of this stumbling block,
ngenxa yalento elaphambi kwami.
when I rise
Uma ngiphakama
and I continue with my journey,
ngiqhubeke nohambo lwami.
and the same stumbling block is placed before me,
Uphinde kubeke into efanayo futhi phambi kwami.
my eyes will be open.
Amehlo amazobe
I must
sevulekile
not
manje.
trip again.
Akufanele ukuthi ngiphinde ngikhutshwe.
If I trip again,
Uma ngizokhutshwa
that
futhi
is not acceptable
akusamkwamukeleki ke lokho
before God.
phambi kwaNkulunkulu.
But for us to trip,
Kodwa ukuze thina sikhutshwe
it is possible.
kungenzeka.
No one is perfect,
Akunamuntu
not
ophelelisiwe.
even one.
Ngisho noyedwa.
King David
Inkosi uDavide
was running this race.
wayegijima kulomncintiswano.
He was a man after God's own heart.
Eyindoda elandela inhliziyo kaNkulunkulu.
That is what the Bible says.
Ilokhu iBhayibheli likushoyo.
He was loved by God,
Ethandwa uNkulunkulu.
and he too loved God.
Naye futhi wayemthanda uNkulunkulu.
But as he was running
Kodwa uma esagijima
in this race,
kulomncintiswano
he tripped
wakhutshwa
one day.
ngelinye lamalanga.
As a king,
Njengenkosi
he tripped.
wakhutshwa.
He was anointed by God
Egcotshiwe uNkulunkulu
to rule over Israel.
ukuthi abuse phezu kwaIsrayeli.
He came, he succeeded Saul.
Weze emva kwaSawuli.
Saul too was anointed by God.
Naye uSawuli wayegcotshwe uNkulunkulu.
Now this David
Lo Davide
was also anointed by God.
wayegcotshiwe uNkulunkulu.
To be anointed
Ukugcotshwa
does not mean that a person cannot make a mistake.
akusho ukuthi umuntu angeze awenza amaphutha.
Anointed as he was,
Egcotshwe njalo
he tripped
wakhutshwa
and fell.
wawa.
But what I like in this story
Kodwa engikuthandayo kulolu daba
is that once the king was shown his mistake
ukuthi inkosi mesikhonjiswe iphutha layo
by Nathan,
uNathan
he did not allow self-condemnation
akazange ngavumela ukuzilahla
to pin him down to the floor.
ukuthi kumcindezele phansi.
The king rose
Inkosi yaphakama
and saw it fit
yabona kufanelekile
that he must continue
kufanele aqhubele phambili
with the race that he has started.
nalomncintiswano esewuqalile.
He must continue
Kufanele aqhubele phambili
and race.
agijime.
Now, just for the sake, this is a well-known story, but just for the sake of some new people that might not know what happened,
Ngenxa yabantu abasha abangeze bazi ukuthi kwenzekani.
let us read it in 2 Samuel
Siyifunde kuSamuel wesibili
11, 1 to 4.
In the spring, at the time when kings go off to war, David sent Joab out with the king's men and the whole Israelite army. They destroyed the Ammonites and besieged Rabbah, but David remained in Jerusalem. One evening, David got up from his bed and walked around on the roof of the palace. From the roof, he saw a woman bathing. The woman was very beautiful. And David sent someone to find out about her. The man said, "She is Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, and the wife of Uriah the Hittite." Then David sent messengers to get her. She came to him, and he slept with her. Now, she was purifying herself from her monthly uncleanness. Then she went back home.
Yes, that is the sin that overpowered the king.
Naso-ke isono esanqoba inkosi.
He fell into this sin.
Wawela kule sono.
Now, this sin
Lesono
led to another sin.
saholela kwesinye isono.
But God, because he loved him,
Kodwa uNkulunkulu ngoba emthanda,
he sent Nathan
wathumela uNathan
to go and rebuke him.
ukuthi ahambe omkhuza.
What I like is that
Engikuthandayo-ke yilokhu.
David listened
uDavide walalela
to the prophet Nathan.
kumprofethi uNathan.
He did not say to him,
Azange athi kuyena,
I am a king.
phela ngiyinkosi mina.
I am anointed by God.
Ngigcotshwe uNkulunkulu nginjalo nje.
I do what I want.
Ngenza into engiyithandayo.
He acknowledged his wrongdoing
Wabona ububi bakhe,
and he repented.
waphenduka.
He saw his wrongdoing.
Wabona ububi abenzile,
He repented.
waphenduka.
And that is the reason
Yileso-ke isizathu
he wrote that Psalm 51
abhala amahubo 51
that we always read in this house.
esiyaye siwafunde njalo kule ndlu.
That psalm came because of this sin.
Lawo mahubo eza ngenxa yalesono.
Now the king did not go and repeat the same sin again.
Inkosi ayihambanga ke yayokwenza isono esifanayo.
He rose from the ground
Waphakama emhlabathini
and continued with the race.
waqhubeka nomncintiswano.
He persevered.
Waqinisela.
Think of what kind of embarrassment it has brought to him.
Awucabange nje amahloni nehlazo sekulethile kuyena.
But he did not care about that.
Kodwa wayengenandaba
He
nalokho.
continued with his race.
Waqhubeka nomncintiswano wakhe.
Embarrassment that is brought by the mistakes that we do,
Lamahlazo alethwa yilamaphutha esiwenzayo.
they are capable of pinning us down to the floor.
Ayakwazi ukumcindezela umuntu.
We need to, yes, ask God to forgive us.
Siyadinga ukuthi imcele uNkulunkulu asixolele.
But we must not allow ourselves to be embarrassed
Kodwa masingazivumeli ukuthi singaze sithelwe
to a
ngehlazo.
point of not racing again.
Kuze kufike esigabeni sokuthi singabe saphakama.
The king in his royal robes
Inkosi ey'ngubeni zayo zobukhosi
was rebuked by somebody whom in the physical world
uyakhuzwa umuntu esimeni senyama
is below him.
ungaphansi kwakhe.
But he took the rebuke.
Kodwa wakuthatha lokho kukhuzwa.
He changed.
Waphenduka.
And he did not allow embarrassment,
Azange avumeleke lela hlazo
self-condemnation,
nokuyilahla kwakhe.
and condemnation from other people
Nokulahla okuvela kwabanye abantu
to pin him down to the ground.
ukuthi kumcindezele phansi.
He rose
Waphakama,
and continued racing.
waqhubeka nohambo.
That is what Christ wants to say in us.
Yilokhu uKristu afuna ukukubona kuthina.
Not that we must go and sin deliberately,
Akusho ukuthi asihambeni siyokona ngamabomu.
but he is saying,
Kodwa uthi
if we make a mistake,
uma silenza
we
iphutha
must not stay on the ground forever.
masingahlali lapho phansi kunaphakade.
He said, look at the athletes,
Uthi bhekana abagijimayo,
the runners.
laba abagijimayo.
When they fall,
Uma bewa,
they do not remain on the ground.
kabahlali bewile lapho
They
phansi.
rise
Bayaphakama,
and continue.
baqhubeke nokugijima.
Christian runners
Bagijimayo ke
rise
abangaKristu.
and continue.
Phakamani nani nigijima.
Is there something that is bothering you?
Ngabe khona yini okukuhluphayo?
Something you have done?
Into yenzile.
Ask for forgiveness
Cela uxolo.
and believe that God has forgiven.
Ukholwe futhi ukuthi uNkulunkulu uxolele.
And another point,
Elinye iphuzu,
forgive yourself.
uzixolele nawe.
Then continue racing.
Bese uyaqhubeka uyagijima.
Continue racing.
Qhubeka ugijima.
If we have not commit any form of sin,
Uma ngabe singenzanga isono esithile,
but it is just that hurricanes are everywhere.
kodwa kuwukuthi nje ivunguvungu zikhona yonke indawo.
There is no food on the table.
Akunakudla,
There is no petrol.
akuna petrol,
There is no money to pay for the bond.
akunamali yokhokha ibond.
I am sick.
Ngiyagula.
My children are sick.
Iy'ngane zami ziyagula.
These are gale winds.
Yiy'vunguvungu lezi
These
zomoya.
are hurricanes.
Imimoya le
If
ekhona.
we have not yet reached a point of committing sin,
Uma singakafika esigabeni sokwenza isono,
very good. We
Kuhle
must
lokho.
not commit.
ungasenzi.
But these other things,
Kodwa lezi ezinye izinto
they are around us.
zikhona.
Let us persevere
Masiqiniseleni
and run
sigijime
the race.
kulo mncintiswano.
Let us persevere
Masiqiniseleni
and continue to race,
siqhubeke sigijime.
looking ahead
Sibheke phambili
to where we are going.
la siya khona.
A crown is waiting for us.
Kunomqhelo osilindele.
Eternal life is waiting for us.
Impilo yaphakade isilindele.
Now, who must occupy those mansions
Ubani ofanele angene kulezi zindlu
if we do not reach there?
uma singenofika khona?
Does it mean that they are just being prepared for nothing?
Ngabe kusho ukuthi zilungiselelwa mahala?
Christians,
MaKristu.
the mansions are prepared for us.
Zikhona izindlu esilungiselelwe zona.
That is the reason we are being encouraged today
Yileso ke isizathu esikhuthazwa ngaso
to
namhlanje
persevere.
ukuthi siqinisele.
If you check this message,
Uma ungabheka lo mlayezo,
we were not rebuked,
abesingakhuzwa
not once.
ngisho nakanye.
It is a message of encouraging,
Umlayezo nje ukukhuthazwa.
encouraging all of us
Khuthaza thina sonke
to run with perseverance.
ukuthi sigijime ngokuqinisela.
The mansions are waiting for us.
Kunezindlu ezisilindele.
The crown is waiting for us.
Kunomqhelo osilindele.
Eternal life is waiting for
Phila
us.
kwaphakade kusilindele.
Must it be empty?
Fanele ngabe kungabi namuntu yini.
We are the people who must reach there.
Yithini ofanele sifike la.
Therefore, let us persevere.
Ngawo ke masiqiniseleni.
Yes, the evil one will bring, he will fight by all
Yebo,
means
lo noma ubuzolwa ngazo zonke izindlela
to derail us.
ukuthi asikhiphe endleleni.
But we must not allow ourselves to be derailed.
Kodwa masingavumi ukukhishwa endleleni.